So I had commented it seemed a bit convenient, like the timing of the synagogue attack. In fact, I'm going to link to the video where I hinted at that. Seemed a bit convenient, and given the flotilla's presence and everything, and a lot of people were saying it might be a false flag, which I definitely didn't think myself. Of course not, yeah, definitely not. And now it's turned out the Popo fired all the shots that ended people. And the media's not really pushing that particularly, but it does seem it was the Popo who fired all the pew-pew shots that ended the lives of the synagogue attendees. And a lot of people are saying it's a Mossad false flag, which is obviously not a reasonable suggestion. That didn't happen loads in the 80s and 90s at all, did it? Definitely not. And as I mentioned in a prior video, the bot operation across American media's seemingly, supposedly they existed, is shut down. So there's virtually no MAGA commenters in any American left-wing channels, just silence. And the right-wing channels, there's really no one speaking, because you've got to be real, right, to speak, unless there's a computer telling you to, if you're a bot. Which obviously they weren't. Also, as I've mentioned elsewhere, if you throw a lot of shade in a really sarcastic way, that it obviously means the opposite of what you're saying, right? Unfortunately, AI can't really pick up on that. And that's a terrible, sort of just failure of duty of the people not to fund, the kind of money for America and the UK that would have enabled proper development of that AI so it could detect things like sarcasm. Trump was right when he said it needed more funding. He was. And so was Nigel Farage. They were all right about it. It definitely did, because it can't detect that kind of thing. So, yeah, it looks like a lot of people think that was a Mossad false flag in London when the flotilla was landing. And it kind of looks like things are imploding for Donald, which is an obvious left lie that that's happening. And all of the MAGA bots have shut down now, which is obviously they're just all having a sleep. You'd have to be delusional to think they were really bots, even though there were millions and millions and millions of them, and they all abruptly shut up in a 9 to 12 hour window ago. And people mostly me at this point are going, what's going on here? Mostly just me trying to point this all out to you. And sneakily deploying this type of a mode of address to make sure it's not blocked by AI, which is, people shouldn't do that. That's terrible and traitorous, and probably terrorism if you're an American and a patriotic and love Trump, which everyone should definitely love Trump.